There was once a young girl named Efua, who lived in a small village with her sick mother. Life was hard. Their roof leaked, their farm was barren, and many nights they went to sleep hungry. While other children carried food to school, Efua had nothing but water. Still, she never complained. She smiled, worked hard, and prayed that one day their suffering would end. One afternoon, as she fetched water from the river, Efua noticed something floating by the bank. It was a simple calabash, old and cracked on the outside. But when she picked it up, she heard a soft voice whisper, "Take me home, and your hunger will end." Efua was frightened but also curious. She carried the calabash home, and that night, when she placed it on the floor, something unbelievable happened. The calabash began to shake, and suddenly, bowls of hot fufu, soup rich with meat, golden rice, and juicy fruits appeared. For the first time in years, Efua and her mother ate until their stomachs were full. The next morning, Efua whispered to the calabash, and again it overflowed with food. Day after day, the magic calabash provided. The villagers, once pitying her, now envied her. Her hut became a place of laughter, children came to play, and her mother's health began to return. But joy does not always bring peace. One day, Efua's aunt, a woman known for her greed, noticed the sudden change. She demanded to know Efua's secret. At first, Efua kept silent, but the aunt tricked her into revealing the calabash. That night, the aunt crept into Efua's hut and took it. Now in her own home, the aunt shouted at the calabash, demanding piles of yam, meat, gold, and cloth. The calabash obeyed, but the aunt's greed had no end. She shouted louder, ordering more and more until her house overflowed. The calabash shook violently, spilling so much food that it burst through the windows and doors, flooding the whole village with soup, rice, and palm oil. People slipped and screamed, running as pots of stew chased them down the street. The once peaceful village was turned upside down, all because of one woman's greed. Hearing the chaos, Efua ran out and begged the calabash to stop. At the sound of her gentle voice, the calabash grew still and returned to her side. The villagers realized that it was not just a magic object, it responded only to a heart that was humble and kind. From that day, the calabash stayed with Efua. She shared its blessings, feeding the poor, helping widows, and caring for orphans. And because she never asked for more than she needed, the calabash never failed her. Her aunt, however, was left with nothing but shame. Efua's life changed, not because of wealth, but because of wisdom. She learned that riches without kindness destroy, but blessings shared multiply. Greed can turn blessings into curses. True wealth is in sharing, not hoarding. Kindness and humility open doors that selfishness can never keep. Be careful who you trust with your secrets. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video.